Hey there, you cool cats and kittens. I'm Shawnee Landry, and today I'm here to talk to you about why you should make and eat almond butter and honey sandwiches. They're a breakthrough revolution in the sandwich industry. So real quick, I'm just going to go over what we will be going over in this presentation. First, I'm going to compare it to a PB&J and show you why it is superior. I'm going to show you the simple and fast assembly. Here you might notice that I've got some ingredients for you, so I'll be doing a demonstration as well. I'm going to tell you why the ingredients necessarily, like why almond butter, why not, like sunflower butter, or why not just peanut butter. Why the multigrain bread that I have here, I'm going to go over, its differences between that and your typical white bread, which is what the classic PB&J is usually made on. And I have a little reference page in case y'all want to do some research of your own. So let's dive right into it. So as I said, I'm going to be comparing it to your typical PB&J, and as you can see there, I have two pictures comparing the two, and it fares pretty well which one looks more delicious there. That one is oozing, it's got the red, kind of reminds me of blood. Ew, grody, am I right? And this one has the nice, just like delicious honey kind of like sticking and dripping from it. It has that almond butter in there. Ah, wonderful. So the differences that you can see physically, the classic PB&J will use white bread. It uses peanut butter, and the sugary flavor that you get is made by a manufactured jelly. Almond butter and honeys use delicious multigrain bread with whole grains inside of them, very healthy. They use almond butter with no salt and sugar additives. You can see on the jar. Good for you. And the sugary flavor you get is given by raw honey, which in itself is very healthy for you. So, I'm going to go over the assembly real quick, so pay attention. You can gather around if you'd like. If you're comfortable at distance, that's fine. So first, we're going to prepare our two slices of bread. We're going to prepare them by laying them down flat on a plate. Next, we're going to take a spreading knife and dip it into the almond butter. Get a nice little bit there. There we go. So you're going to want to spread the almond butter over one piece of the bread, as so. You're going to want to spread as much as you can. Try and leave as little bread as possible on there, because you want a nice bite of the almond butter. Here I'm going for a second dip in there, just get a better spread. There we go. So once we finish with the almond butter, we're going to be moving on to step 3, which is to spread the honey. So now there's one of two ways that you can do this. You can either put the honey on the same side as the almond butter, but what I like to do is put it on the other piece of bread here. I like to do nice little fun designs. I know you can't see that, but I'll give you a show in a second here. Get a nice little bit of honey there so you get that nice sweet flavor in there. And then you're going to take your spreading knife, spread it around so you get a nice bite. Nice even honey. You don't want too much honey in one bite. You don't want too little honey in another bite. Delicious. Am I right? So we can take our knife now and we can put it in the almond butter for safekeeping so it doesn't get on our desk. And the final step, very careful on this one, you want to mash them up and you want to put the piece of bread with the honey on it on top of the almond butter. Very carefully. Now, as you can see, that's an assembled almond butter and honey sandwich. So why do we use almond butter? Why not another kind of butter? Why not just peanut butter and honey sandwich? Well, I have a list of facts here on this slide, which you're free to read as I speak. The first being that it has 9.5 grams of monounsaturated fat per tablespoon. Now you might be asking yourself, well, I don't know exactly what that means, and that's easy, okay? So it helps lower LDL, which is the bad cholesterol. It's a great source of vitamin E, calcium, potassium, zinc, a bunch of really good vitamins and minerals that you need to basically help your body function and be strong throughout the day. Vitamin E itself stops plaque buildup in your arteries, so it can actually make you a healthier person overall. And almond butter is really dense in fiber. Now, peanut butter is also dense in fiber, but almond butter has 2 grams more fiber per tablespoon. Helps you maintain a healthy body weight. So why do we use whole multigrain bread? So first I want to distinguish between multigrain bread and whole multigrain bread. So multigrain bread will have an assortment of grains, oats, nuts, whatever you want to call them. But whole multigrain bread uses the whole grain and the actual wheat and bread and seed that you're getting, which the whole grain will just contain a lot more nutrients than just multigrain. Because you can cut grains and it just won't be as well as whole. That's it. That's all I have. If you have any questions and comments, please let me know. So I hope I went over enough. If you have any questions, like I said, you can ask me straight up right here. But I will actually let this presentation do its own talking. Yes. Now tell me what you think of it.